All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and most, face to face east. We're going to give all praise goes to Abanoah,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash.
Hey, divines be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us to through the Spirit, peace and much love and salutations of Israel. We so-called Negroes, that to the Americans who are the children of Israel for this Bible. I tell them that I seek the 22 people for your prophet.
It's Romans 11, verse 11. I say then, had they stumbled, that they should fall. The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles.
That's it. So about a fall who? Speaking of who? The Jews, man. Go ahead.
For to provoke them to jealousy.
Now go. Now hit that in Romans 10.
This is Romans 10, verse 19 through 21. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you.
Yeah, by no people. Who's that? Right. So now when you go into the book of Romans 11 chapter, and it says Gentiles, those people are Israelites who did not know that those people who didn't know they were Israelites, right? Because at a certain point in time, the Jews wasn't keeping company with those that were non-Jews. That's why when you speak about when Yahweh with the St. John, the 7th chapter, when Yahweh said he go up where I cannot, and the high priest said, do we go unto the dispersed, right? To the dispersed, meaning what? Because there were Israelites that were scattered amongst the people. Right? Because there was Israelites in Rome, there was Israelites in Greece, there was Israelites in Corinth, there was Israelites through all through Rome, Italy, and Spain, but they were keeping heathen customs. That's what the scripture saying, circumcised Jews not properly. Right? Because circumcision doesn't properly, because why? Because ultimately Yahweh Shai came to circumcise us from our sins and our transgressions, ultimately coming to what? Because we was going to fall off as a nation. We was going to fall off as a nation. So the Most High, when Yahweh Shai came, he came to graft in those who were lost, and those who were lost, the Gentiles, the ones who didn't know they were Israelites, the ones that were ignorant unto the commonwealth of Israel, right? They were keeping heathen customs. They was doing as a heathen do, right? Give me real quick Romans 1 and 26. That's why Paul wrote this out to the book of Romans, because it was like to Rome that were doing certain practices, worshiping other guys, homosexuality, doing these things. But Paul was teaching them something to come out of that and come back to the Lord, right? Because the Jews wasn't accepting them, man. The Jews wasn't accepting the Israelites that were far off. They were like, no, they ain't Israelites no more. They're not keeping the customs. They're not circumcising their kids on the 8th day. So we have no dealings with them. But anyway, go ahead. But that's why Yahweh Shai came. He came to he came to sacrifice himself for our sins, but ultimately to join us back together as one people, right? That's what he said. There's no Jew, nor Greek, nor free and bond. But anyway, go ahead.
This is Romans 1 and 20.
So they talking about the whole world. Right, so this Bible is only catered to the Israelites, the Old Testament and the New Testament, right? Because from the beginning, right, you had from Adam, right? You had Seth, you had Enos, right? You had Salah, right? Then you had it's like you had the seed of Shem, right? Which you had Salah, Eber, right? Which is Hebrew, our brothers means past. So and then you had Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's the chosen line who the Most High is dealing with, man. The Most High ain't dealing with the whole entire world. All right, Lord's only dealing with the Israelites. That's who the promise was made to. Abraham and unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, and unto the 12 patriarchs, man. Anyway, go ahead.
This is Romans 1 and 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
That's not this is Paul speaking to Israelites in Rome, man. Go ahead.
And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the women, burn in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet.
Because you have certain men do homosexuality acts, right? Which are unrighteous acts according to the law of the Most High. But that was going on in the time of Rome. When Paul was out there, there was brothers that was doing those things, but they repented. They got back right with the Lord, and the Lord's dealing with certain men that come out of that lifestyle, right? There's gonna be some brothers who come out of that lifestyle, but that's what they were in a Gentile state of mind, right? They weren't keeping the laws of the Lord in the land. They were going off, okay? Go ahead.
And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind.
So the Most High gave them up to a mind of what you call a void of judgment. The Lord gave up to those lusts. The Most High gave those were Israelites, right? In the time of Rome, those were Israelites. Go ahead.
to do those things which are not convenient.
Yep.
Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit. Malignity, whispers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents.
That's on that. Now go back to that room. Go back to go back to that room. Look back Romans 10.
That's it.
Okay.
Romans
1. Go back to Romans 11.
This is Romans 11, verse 12. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more
Now,
the fullness?
now the riches speak about the word, right? All of us in the fullness. Go ahead.
For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostles of the Gentiles.
Now those Gentiles are sitting, those are Israelites. Those are Israelites who didn't know who they were. That would keep the heathen customs. Go ahead.
I magnify my office, if by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead?
Go ahead.
For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also
That's it.
holy.
So if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. What's it speaking about, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if the lump is, if read it again.
For if the first fruit
So
be
the
holy,
first fruit is holy, because who the Most High made his covenant with? First he made it with Abraham, was the law of what? Of circumcision, right? That was the first covenant the Lord gave to Abraham, was in Hebrews, Abaram. That's why when Abraham was walking, he called him Abar Abaram, which means Abram the Hebrew. Because the word for Hebrew is Abar, which means from past. Which that's from the line that Abraham comes out of. So we get the word Hebrew is Abar, which means past. So you had Abaram, Abar, right? Which at first he called him named Abram, right? And then the most I called him Abraham, and which means Abram means father exalted. Abraham means father exalted of multitudes, because the Lord promised Abraham that I will make your seed, I will exalt you amongst the stars, right? Because this is where you get, like you said, Ishmael, right? He had, and Abraham had, how many sons he had? Six sons? I think Abraham had 6 sons, right? And he had some about the Torah. Okay, but the Lord, he was mainly dealing with who? Isaac. And through Isaac you get Jacob. And that's where the seed of the promise lies. So when you read the scriptures, when you go read the scriptures about the Gentiles, they speak about the whole entire world, right? Because the Lord has never dealt with any of this nation of Israel, right? Anyway, go ahead.
and if the root be holy,
So if
are
the root be holy,
branches.
who's the root? Who's the root, man? Abraham, Abaram. He's the root, and we're his branches. So therefore we're holy. Go ahead.
And if some of the branches be broken off and
And
thou
though
being
some of the
a wild-
if some of the branches be broken off, what does that mean? Jake was scattered. Jake was being pushed. Get real quick. Grab me Acts 16. Grab me Acts 16. Grab me Acts 16. Just a real quick point. Dealing with Timothy.
Abraham had 7 sons.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Abraham had 7 sons. All right. You got the
Isaac.
name? You got the name?
Hold on.
Come. So like you get something.
Isaac, Ishmael,
Yep.
Ishbak,
Yep.
Zimran, Jokshan, Median of Abraham. Go ahead.
Yeah, so out of those 7 sons came other nations, right? That's what the Lord said, I'll make you a father of multitudes.
Yeah, multitude.
That's why the Lord, then later that's why Abaram, which means plural, which Yom is plural, which meaning more than one. Right? That's
All
why.
right, all right, slide.
Go ahead.
The oldest, Ishmael,
This was his
son
first son.
with Hagar. Isaac, son with Sarah.
And Isaac is where the promise is. Isaac is where the promise is called. Go ahead. That's in Galatians.
Son with Sarah. Zimran, son with Keturah. Jokshan, son with Keturah. Median, son with Keturah. Midian, son with Keturah. Ishbak, son with Keturah. And Shaishu, son with Keturah.
That's it. But the Lord was dealing with who? Isaac. Okay, so that's what scripture say about Isaac. Shout out CB called.
He got
right?
all the other
He has all the other sons, but the Lord wasn't dealing with all of his other sons. He was
He
only
got
dealing
5
with
sons with
2. He was dealing with that Pacific Sea, which was Isaac, right? But anyway, go ahead. You get the extra scene. You got it. TV got it.
Acts.
You got precept. Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 16, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there,
Yep.
named Timothy,
Yep.
the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewess,
Go ahead.
and believed, but his father was a Greek.
That's it. Now Timothy's mother was under the customs of the law, right? She knew she was a Jew, but her husband, which was Timothy's father, was a Greek. Now we not let me Timothy's father was an Edomite. No, he was an Israelite. That was keeping Greek customs. He was accustomed to the Greeks. You know, like this shit right now, right? This is Americanized shit, right? You get a woman, right? You get a woman, right? You're not part of the circumcision because you came into the knowledge of the truth. So your woman, she's what you call Americanized woman.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
But you're an Israelite.
Done.
You identify as an Israelite.
with
You
the
identify as the binyam of Yasha Allah.
Sons.
Right?
Right.
So you identify as the sons of Israel, but she
identifies-
don't.
Right,
So she's
identifies as black
uncircumcised in mind. She's not in the laws of the. She don't deal with the laws of the Most High. She deals with the laws of Esau. So she deals Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving. So she's in a Gentile state of mind. But you walk out of that and you became an Israelite because see, this thing was being stripped away from us. That's when Paul said circumcision part of but little. Because why? Eventually we was gonna come out of that to the point was gonna fall away in 70 AD, a great falling away, and then now we are now 2023 when we just now get back to our heritage. That's why a lot of brothers, they was in Greek fraternities, right? They was doing other different things out of the custom of the heathen. So same thing that was happening now in America happened in Rome because like we said again, it's all being all over again, it's on a higher level, right? So we forgot who we are as a people. That's why Scripture say, ye are not my people. Right, because at a certain point in time.
Oh, okay, that's Hosea.
Yeah, Hosea 1. And it's
Let's get that.
Hosea started 1 in 8, because it said Lord me, Lord my. You go with the words that means there's not my people. Because at a certain point in time, we weren't the people of the Lord because we walked away from his laws. And the Most High gave us the ability to voice, dealing with the northern tribe, right? Ephraim, Manasseh, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Gad, and Reuben. They all left from off the land during the time of I believe Hosea the king and on the side of Manasseh when they went into the Syrian captivity. When we read that in 2 Kings 17 chapter. So they left after the Syrian captivity. And you read about that in 2 Genesis the 13th chapter when it says that they went to Oz refuge another land. That was here in America. So they were dispersed. That's why the Lord said, leave Ephraim for them going into idols. So the Most High gave them a build divorce. But that's why Yahushua came with Ephesians 2. Yahushua came to get it, to build that bridge that we broke with the Most High Yahweh. He built it back up. So now we're one perfect people in one. Now there is no more Jew, no Greek. There is no more Gentile. We're all but one people in Yahushua. He's the repairer of the bridge that we broke because we broke off from his laws. So the Most High cast us out. Right? It's simple, man. Anyway, go ahead. Oh yeah, go ahead.
This is Hosea 1 and 9.
Go ahead.
This said the Most High. This is verse 8. Now when she had weaned the Ra Amah, she conceived.
Actually, no, short Hosea 1. And then we go deal with the harlot. And then we jump to then we go ahead and jump to sorry.
This is verse 1. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beri, in the days
Now,
of
Yahushua, right? Yahushua was being delivered. But go ahead.
Uzziah, Jotham,
Right.
Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah,
Right.
in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Josh, king of Israel, the beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredoms, departing from the Lord.
And that's the point right there. See, that's the point because Israel was going off. So that's why the Most High told Hosea, which is Yahushua, which go and greet thee a wife of whoredoms, right? And which we have now. You get with a woman, she has multiple other men, 8 men, 9 men, 10 men she done been with, right? Because why? Because why? Our people are whores, according to the scriptures, right? Because especially Ephraim, right? The northern kingdom.
Hey man,
That's Ephraim. Your partner. They be
No,
off, man.
that's
Yeah,
Issachar.
they go off. Oh, that's Issachar? Yeah, Issachar. Yeah, the Mexicans, right? They're all people, but they're heavy into idolatry, man.
You got trees,
Right?
bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblam, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord said
So
unto
the
him,
reason why the Lord had tell Hosea to have he take a woman for them, and you wonder why damn, why the Lord have a man of the Lord take a woman of whoredoms, a representation on that's how Israel is. Israel is as whores. We're as harlots according to the Lord. Go ahead.
and the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel. For yet a little
No,
while.
that means monument. Jezreel means your monument. But go ahead.
For yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu.
Go ahead.
It will cause to seize the kingdom of the house of Israel.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass at the day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel, and she conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Most High said unto him, call her name Rahama, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel.
And that bow will be broken when we go to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's decision. Right? Hey, Esau's whole system, right? His whole system is going to get broken when the Lord bring them all up to that great big battle. Okay? And they're already on the way to it. Because quiet is kept, it's supposed to, well, I ain't trying to go off top.
No, that's good.
But it was some uranium that got exposed over there in Ukraine.
Yes, sir.
They hit them shells, them uranium shells, right? And they saying that it's been some nuclear waste that's in the atmosphere now, okay, through Ukraine.
Go ahead.
It's Hosea chapter 1, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge.
Jezreel means monument. Go ahead. Go ahead.
For yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Judah, and will cause to seize the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. She conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Most High said unto him, call her name Lo-Rahama. I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel.
That's because the Most High was casting out the house of Israel, right, which was the northern kingdom. All right, go ahead.
But I will utterly take them away.
Yup.
But I will have mercy.
And that utterly taking them away was putting them over into another land.
Exactly.
Right? They were taken out of the Lord's face. Right? Because the Lord's home is where? It's in Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? So the Lord said, get them the fuck out my face. He didn't even want them over in the east though.
No.
Right? He wanted Yahweh wanted Israel to fuck gone. Okay? So he got rid of them, so he put them on ice for a while. Because they were so fucking wicked. Right? The northern kingdom, the wickedness of the northern kingdom, as you can see, is beyond what Judah is.
Yeah.
Even though Judah has become just as wicked. But in that time, that's why he said, let Judah not offend.
Yeah, like you know.
Okay? Because Judah was always, we always loved Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. Right? We always held a deep sense of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. So the Lord had to get rid of Israel. He was sick of their ass, the northern kingdom. And he got so rid of them, he sent them to a whole nother land. Right?
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord, the power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo-Rahama, she conceived and bare a son, and said the Most High, call his name Lo-Amah, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God.
That's it. That means so the Most High gave us a bill of divorce. Right? And then ultimately the Most High stopped dealing with Judah as well. The Lord, after 70 AD, the Lord was the ones that dealing with none of us at a certain point in time. Right? So we are now. So we're now no people. At a certain point in time, we were no people. Right? Go ahead.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Because why? Israel scattered amongst the Gentiles. You can get that in Jeremiah 9:6. That because Israel scattered amongst the Gentiles, we're scattered amongst the heathen. So Israel is a number you can't count, right? It's as the sands of the sea. You can't count the sands of the sea. But that's how much it's for the house of Israel. But them Israelites are gonna look like other nations.
That's right.
That's why you read Jeremiah 12 and 11. It says, "My heritage unto me as a speckled bird." A speckled bird has many. It can be
spots.
blue, it can be white, it can be black, it can be many colors. But it's the same bird, but it comes in different colors. That's why we don't judge off what you call appearances.
Right.
That's why you might see brothers like some Edomites. You might see brothers like Turkish. Yeah, my brothers like straight up fucking Hamites. Yeah, my brothers look all Ishmaelites, all different types of nations. But it's the spirit.
Moab, Ammon.
Yeah, but it's the spirit that's within them that realize that it's in the Most High.
Right. And that's why we numbered as the sands of the sea. And you can't number.
Israel, no.
Because you don't know what we all look like.
Yeah. And I
We
think
look like so much.
more-
And why you think America can never get a pure census of how many people, how many so-called Negroes is in this motherfucker? You ever see that census?
On the news, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they try to tell people all the time. They be like, come, make sure you sign the census paper. How many people in your house? Write their names down. They want to know. But that's right. Hey, brother, right? They did that shit for the COVID-19, for the vaccination. They was trying to get people to know who the fuck, how many people was in there in your house. They want to know how many Negroes they got in America still. Because they want to know how heavily, how much we outpopulate them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They want to know.
There's
So,
more numbers than something like that.
but they're not
There's more
allowed.
numbers in all nations.
But see, Jake so shifty. Jake won't sign that shit. Hey, I don't sign that shit. Bro, I'm not about to tell these devils how many motherfuckers in my house. Tell them, oh, this how much money that your the state ain't gonna give me shit. I'll be broke, busting, disgusted, about to get kicked out my house. I go, what I'm gonna do, go to my senator, or I signed the census. I told you how many people I should get this amount of money. They ain't gonna give you shit.
No.
So what the fuck I'm gonna sign your census for? Right? So Jake ain't super like that. Jake know, police be looking for you and shit. So Jake ain't about to sign no census, bro. So you ain't gonna know. The Lord got it so cold, you know what I'm saying? That for so many reasons, like man, you ain't about to know what the fuck, fuck you, man. You know?
There's Israelites everywhere, man. There's Israelites everywhere, man.
Everywhere you go, bro.
Israelites everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
Jake is everywhere, brother. And Jake is.
It look like some of every fucking thing.
And you see it, he fucking eat my. He like, hey, what's up, my nigga? Oh shit, he a Jake. It'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? You have a dude like so like look like a straight eater, man. He be like, shit. That one guy, that was years ago. He was like, shit. Oh shit, he a Jake, man. He a Jake.
And you go over to fucking the Philippines.
Yeah.
Is it I think it's the Philippines.
Yeah.
Where they dress like Mexicans and shit. They got
Jake
the
is
low, they be
everywhere.
doing the low riders, the bopping and shit.
Yeah, Jake is
the chicks, they got the fucking cornrows
Yeah,
and
Jake
shit.
is everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? They just like Issachar and
shit,
shit.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, the A-homes. They
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
like that. They be talk some A-homes. And I'm like, what the fuck? But you know what I'm saying? But then you got the ones who want to be like Judite. You know what I'm saying? We all amongst the whole fucking earth, man.
Yeah, you everywhere. I mean, go ahead. And hold on, Isaiah 11.
And some of them be red as Edomites.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fucking Edomite. And that motherfucker can dance, right? That motherfucker can jump, he can hoop. You like, oh shit, that motherfucker different.
Yeah, because you say, was it Matthew 5, I think it's 16 or 14, and ye are the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
If the salt, that's what I'm saying, is good for nothing.
Yep.
Right, and even Job talked about the salt. Right, if you go boil an egg with no salt, it shouldn't be eaten.
That's right.
Right, because you ain't gonna eat nothing that ain't got no flavor to it, man.
Right.
Right, so you know Jake. When Jake come around, because Jake got a certain spirit.
Got a whole nother
like,
spirit.
Jake, you know a nigga when you see a nigga, man.
Right.
You know? Like, you know niggas, man.
You can't deny it.
You can't deny a nigga when you see. So when you see like a brother might like Edomite, but he got that like that spunk to him and shit. You know, oh, that's a Jake, man. That's I used to work with him. He was Sicilian. He said his father was Sicilian, man, and he was he had the flavor like a Jake. You know what I'm saying? He had a little haircut and shit. Yeah, he like, he had that flavor, man. Oh, man, that dude's an Israelite, man. He just looked like an Edomite, but he a Jake, you know? But Jake come with a certain spirit. You know, Jake, you see James Brown and shit, do the James Brown, Jake do the Jake, Jake be dancing and shit. So you see Jake got a certain flavor about themselves these other nations don't have, you know?
Hey, I'm gonna tell a little story.
Go ahead.
Just try to make it possible.
This is
Speak up, you gotta speak up.
It's this computer face brother at my school.
No, respect.
Speckleboard, he played ball with me. So I'm talking to him. So I see his dad one day. I'm like, damn. I'm like, your dad dark skin? He said, yeah. I said, oh, it's your stepfather? He said, nah, it's my real father. I said, oh, okay. So we was talking and stuff. And he said he said he gotta go with the side of his mom's family. And he said if when they cook and it's not seasoning, he said, nah, I ain't finna eat that.
Hey, grab me that Matthew 5:13 real quick. Grab me that Matthew 5, man. God, he ain't eating it, man. Right? You got go ahead, Shapak. Go squat. Go get your piece we got.
This is Jeremiah 3. And I'll start at verse 1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again.
Yeah, that's because when you put some, according to Deuteronomy 23, according to laws of marriage, you deal with a woman and she go from you and she has sex with another man, you let that bitch go. Yeah. That ain't swimming no more, man. Right? She belong to somebody else because she been cutting about another man. So once.
All right. Okay. All right.
But but you see, but when you get a woman,
he get it though.
Yeah, she get it.
I ain't mad at it. He driving, he saw shit.
Yeah.
So he's hollering black power out. Hey, I ain't mad at it. It's all right.
Jake just be in his own world. Go ahead.
But they know we bought our people.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Shall not the land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said the Lord.
That's it. So again, return to ye, saith the Lord. So though Israelites play harlots, but even Jake's all that today, man. Jake's all up into Roman Catholicism, all up into all these different churches, all these different churches sects. Ephraim is all into Hedes Christos, you know, all in different types of you go into a fucking Ephraimite's house, man. Yeah. All you see is Hedes Christos. All you see all throughout it be in the living room, in the kitchen, in everybody's room. You see those motherfuckers, you see all the damn saints, they all Edomites. They heavy into that shit, man. Hey, Levi, they heavy into witchcraft. Right? They heavy into witchcraft, man. So the tribes are off, man. No, Levi's heavy into witchcraft. So they all into witchcraft, man. Cause it's the car, they do that Day of the Dead shit. Right? They go pray to the dead. Yeah, you know, your girl mama, something like that. No. So, but they got that shit heavy, man. You know, they love that Jesus Christ, man. They love that white man. You know, they heavy into that shit. They heavy into Catholicism. They all into that shit, man. So they're bugged the fuck out. You know. Yeah, the sages and shit. They bugged the hell out.
Right quick. I was watching on YouTube. I was watching this Filipino chick. She was cooking. Right? I forget her name. They call her something, the best cook in Bangkok or some shit. Whatever. So she cooking and shit, and she showing her life. She said a day in the life of such and such, such and such. Hey, she get up, soon she wake up in the morning. I bet you niggas in Israel don't do this. She gonna walk right in front of her Buddha. She prayed. First thing she wake up in the morning, she walk in front of Buddha, and she start going like this. You know what I'm saying? Like she worshiping her God. You know what I'm saying? And what the Lord say is that Ezekiel, if I had come unto the heathen, they would have listened.
Yeah, because they go hard for their gods.
They would have listened because they go hard for their gods, man. They go hard for that fake shit.
It's gonna go Allah, I think Allah Abaraka or something like that.
Yeah.
But they ain't heavy into Allah, man.
Right? How many Jakes get up in the morning and hit their knees and pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, turn to the east and pray to Yahweh Shema Shai like Daniel did, right? 3 times a day, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, she soon, and then every time she walk out, every time she fucking walk past this idol, right? Every time she walk past the fucking idol, and then she gonna do what she do. She come back, she walk past, and she gonna do what she do. She walk out, she touch it, and she leave out the door. Yeah. Like that's dedication, man. Yeah. Bro, that's fucking dedication. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the Lord said, man. How I come into the heathen. Hey, man, they the fucking listen. They'll do right. You got scripture? Go ahead.
All right, this is Psalms 96 and verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He used to be feared above all gods.
That's the Most High. See, Most High supposed to be praised like that, man. We supposed to praise the Lord like that, you know. But Jake ain't doing that shit, man. They praising the blood, man. They praising they fucking woman, man. Right? You know, right?
For all the gods of the nations are idols,
That's all the gods of the nations, they're idols, man. Right? Go ahead.
but the Lord made the heaven.
That's it, but the Most High made the heaven. So these powers that they have are nothing, man. Right? You got a chick that say all about they women and shit. Oh, my baby, my love. They go kill a nigga. And there was a video of this dude. He said, "Hey, I'm ready to die behind this pussy, nigga. Are you?" Over a woman, man. Over a fucking woman. So a chick worship his woman, right? They worship his. That's why they call, hey, my queen, my beautiful black queen. You niggas is wicked, man. You worship. Hey, look what Diddy did on that damn Mother's Day,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
This
look
nigga,
at
man.
that
Hey, this nigga talking about to my black queen, my goddess, man. The fuck wrong with you niggas, man? Hey, these niggas put women up. That's straight up. Women worship right back Jeremiah. I think it's 49. Jeremiah 40, the 40th chapter speaks about how they was given unto the Queen of Heaven, man.
Yeah.
That women worship, man.
Yeah.
Niggas worship women. Nigga, you got niggas niggas that worship women, man. They sit there, you know, they sit there and give women a whole bunch of gifts and shit. Niggas buying bitches Birkin bags, Louis Vuitton, buying all types of shit on the daily. Yeah, this nigga Diddy. Yeah, that nigga Diddy, man. They must gonna kill you, nigga. And that nigga Diddy, he that nigga faggot too. But what that nigga did, that nigga told us to say, hey, women, God is a woman, man.
Breathe, you know.
Fucking niggas,
Put your
man.
faith in her.
That's why who they dealing with, Jakes, man. Fucking wicked ass
They
niggas.
breathe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, women worshiping shit, man. Yeah, you niggas, so you niggas will sit and you'll go praise your woman, right? You do anything for your woman, but won't go do shit for the Most High. Go ahead. You got that Jeremiah 40, you got that Queen of Heaven? Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 19.
So it's idols that Jake was worshiping, man. Yeah, you tell me. So that's why we will skip saying Loha me and Loha ma, which means you will be not my people. Cause why? I would shit. You niggas ain't following my laws, so I cast you off, man. And then the Queen of Heaven, that's what they do, man. Worship the Queen of Heaven.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense.
No, jump up. You got to. You just jump to 10.
Jeremiah 44, verse 10.
Come.
They are not humble, even until this day.
Hey, Jake.
No, just jump up. We might eat that.
Go ahead, eat some
Because if we don't eat it,
Yeah, so what's all of it?
it's all about it. The whole chapter.
Jeremiah 44, 1
Go ahead.
and 1. The word that came to Jeremiah concerning
Which
all the Jews.
is Jeremiah or Romans, which means I think the Lord exalts. He exalts the Most High. Go ahead.
And Jeremiah is to the house of Judah.
Yeah, exactly. So Jeremiah or Jeremiah, which means he exalts the Most High. Go ahead.
Which dwell in the land of Egypt, which dwell at Migdol and at Tiberias and at Memphis and in the country of Tiberias, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts.
Hey, it's like, and at Memphis. So you know we in the fucking Babylon, right? Because what was Jeremiah and them going into? Was Babylon. What's one of the main cities here in Tennessee? That one of their main hubs is fucking Memphis. You know you in Babylon when the scripture starts speaking and you start hearing names of cities where you fucking live. And it's a major hub. And what do you see when you come right outside of fucking, what's that state right next to Memphis? What's that, Arkansas? Is that Arkansas? And then you come right into Memphis? No, it's wait, you cross Louisiana, you cross right over the border. This borders Louisiana and Memphis, right? Or Arkansas, whatever the fuck. And when you come across that fucking, whenever you come across that fucking border, what do you see? You see that fucking pyramid of Egypt, man. It's an Egyptian fucking pyramid, man. Light as day when you come over that fucking bridge, man. You know?
Thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah.
Yep.
And behold, this day they are desolate, and no man dwelleth therein.
Yep.
Because of their wickedness which they have committed to provoke me to anger, and that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods.
Yes, that's going right back to that idol worship, right? Hey, even Judah's into idol worship. Diddy, that woman shit, man, right? Hey, Jake got the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah, and they go for niggas. And the Lord, they got a problem with women, man. to the love worshiping that fucking woman, man. You know, you ever see Jake? See, Jake is the biggest, hey, the so-called black man is the biggest fucking mama's boy on the planet Earth, man. You know, he the biggest fucking mama's boy. All about my mama. And then when he get a woman, so his mama tell him from birth. Mama. Yeah. Singing songs for mama and shit. I love you. Yeah, so take me in that spirit of worshiping they fucking mothers, man. Yeah. That's why we don't do that Mother's Day shit, man.
When Tupac say, dear mama.
Yeah, see, Jake's all about his mother, man. Right? So
man, you know your mama, man.
Yeah, you know, but Jake, they do it extreme, man. You know, you got Diddy, got his mom on the throne, he's sitting on his fucking knee. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas getting on the knee, one knee, saying women get him a ring, proving that the woman's above you and you're beneath, man.
Hey, Slocky, right quick, a fun fact, if y'all didn't know this about this state of Tennessee. Tennessee is what you call, and a lot of states is, but Tennessee is called a mother's state, okay? Meaning that the mother have more rights than the man, okay? The woman rights in Tennessee trumps the man rights in Tennessee.
You see? Woman worship, man. The child support, and they get alimony, right? Hey, you could be in a situation with a woman, right? And she got a 3-year-old kid or son or some shit. You come into the picture, you know, you want to take care of the baby and shit. You know, you want to take care. You know, you want to be a part. Hey, this bitch can put you on child support. And you're not even a fucking father, man. You're not even the goddamn father. She put you on the child support. No, what the fuck? You're like, what the hell? This ain't my goddamn baby. But this is what they do here in America, man. This is shit they do. This is shit they do here, man. This shit wicked as hell, man. Go ahead.
Whom they knew not, neither they ye nor your fathers.
Yup.
Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
That's what we tell our people, man. We tell our people to repent, come back to the Lord. Right? Come off of these other idols. We know they're not going to come back. It's all about the elect. We ain't for the elect, but we put our whole people in the picture because we're the Israelites. And it's our job as the Israelites to serve our power, man.
That's right.
So we tell all our people come back to the Lord. Whether here or they forbid. Right? But we're rising early before what? The day of judgment come, man. So we're here early. So we before the Most High destroy America, we're out here early. So we're out here bright in the morning of the day. Telling you niggas to get back up the Lord before the night come. Before the night come. The night is when the Lord gonna destroy this motherfucker, man. Really before the evening.
That's right.
When the evening set, the Most gonna destroy this shit. So we out here early in the morning, right? In the noon of the day, in the beginning of the day, 5 o'clock a.m. Right? Hey shit, we was out here at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Told us before, hey, look at that right. You know? But we out here early telling you niggas to get back right for the Most High, put his hand upon America, man. Right? Go ahead.
But they hearken not.
But they ain't gonna listen. Right?
Nor incline their ears to.
Go ahead.
But they hearken not, nor incline their ears to turn from their wicked.
That's it. So Jake don't want to hear, man. We tell Jake the Israelites, Jake still rebel. Nah, I ain't no Israelite. I'm a nigga. You know, I'm black. I'm African American. You know, or you know, I'm from Illinois. I'm from Chicago, nigga. I'm a Chicago nigga. Oh, okay, Chicago nigga, you gonna be destroyed. We want to destroy you, man.
What that one nigga say?
Yeah,
I'm the nation of niggas.
Oh yeah, but this is what I'm going to do. This is why the Most High said, be the Adam Eve. And Jake be the same spirit as Esau, man. You know? Jake be that same spirit, man. Alright? Go ahead.
To burn no incense unto other gods.
Yup.
Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem.
Yeah, because what happened? Nebuchadnezzar took Jake down, man. They took, you read that first Arabs, how they took the gold center, they took everything from us, right? They took everything, man. The Lord let Nebuchadnezzar do his thing. And we was under captivity. That's why you niggas that's why we went under so many captivities. Go ahead.
And they are wasted and desolate as at this day.
Yep, that's even to say that this very day we're wasted and we're desolate. Go ahead.
Therefore, now thus saith the Lord, the gods of hosts, the God of Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling
Yup.
out of Judah to leave you none to remain.
Yup, that's it.
And that ye provoked me unto wrath
But
with
that
your
happened,
works.
hey, that happened in ancient Babylon, but it's also happened here in America. Because women were cut off, your children were cut off, right? They were taken in slavery captivity.
Yeah.
They were taken by Esau, Edom, so-called white man, another nation. Okay, everything was ripped from you. Just like in Babylon, you became in Babylon you became the Ham's possessions. In America, you became the so-called white man's possession.
And that ye proved, and that ye provoked me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt. Whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all nations of the earth. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives?
So Jake wicked as hell. Don't think about it. So Jake's just wicked. Go ahead.
Which they have committed in the land of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
They are not humble, even unto this day.
Yup.
Neither have they feared, nor walked in my law.
That's it. So that's why you go right back to Hosea. That's why the Lord said you are not my people, because you ain't doing as I tell you to. So you can't be my people if you're not walking in my laws, man. Go ahead.
Nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the Most High of Israel, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, behold, I will set my face against you for evil and to cut off all Judah.
That's it. Go ahead.
And I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall be all and shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt.
That's it. Go ahead.
They shall even be consumed by the sword.
Because when you go into history, right, eventually Ptolemy came in, the Ptolemaic dynasty came in and was ruling over Jake in Egypt, right? Because the Ptolemaic dynasty came in, he took. Jake was in all of Egypt, and Ptolemy came through there and took you niggas down, man. Go ahead.
And by the famine they shall die, from the least even unto the greatest, by the sword and by the famine.
Yeah, that's why when you read Yahweh Shai fled into Egypt, because Jake was in Egypt, but under the Ptolemaic dynasty. Go ahead.
And they shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, so that none of the remnant of Judah which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return but such as shall escape.
That's it. Go ahead.
Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto the other gods, and all the women that stood by a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, and Pathros answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee.
And it was these fucking women. It was these women, man. So it was these fucking nigga women, right? These goddamn these damn nigga women was up here with some other guys, and the men knew about it, man. So to go to show you that weak ass spirit that's been on Drake about the women has always been there, man.
All the way back from Africa.
It's always that weak ass woman spirit. That's why Apostle Rome always said, hey, the year of the simp is over, man. Right? This is the year of the kings. All right? Hey, we got dominion over, we got the dominion over all women, man. Hey, we don't play that shit, man. Hey, if a bitch can't get right, hey, you get the fuck out of here, man. We kick your ass to the curb. Now, Buzz all been through the simp stage, right? You know, everybody went through it. But when you love what, Mrs. Steve? You love what? And you be like, hell no, man, we ain't doing this shit over here, man. You know? You get your ass in order, you gonna get the fuck out. All right, kick your ass out, man. Go do it another nigga. All right? You know, that's what Scripture says, I'll make a man more pressing than fine gold. And you go to where praise means to be esteemed, to be esteemed, to be appraised, man. And we're gonna be appraised, man, not the woman. Right? So this simp age is done. All right, all this fucking mama boy shit is over with, man. Because it's time for the king to stand up. And we ain't dealing with this bullshit, man. Go ahead.
But we will certainly do whatsoever things go forth out of our own mouth.
That's it. So these niggas want to do what they wanted to do, man. It's just like the black woman. Hey, they same old nigga bitches. These Cardi B's, them Ice Spice hoes, right? The Gorilla Grind, Gorilla Grind bitch. Hey, look, they the same nigga women doing that same shit back in the time of Jeremiah, man. Them hardy ass bitches, man. Right? But see, the Most High gonna take you women down too, because you sat at me with Esau, and all you Diddy type of niggas, you gonna go down with the women, man. That's why we look at Polite. I think Polite got locked up. Ain't Polite locked up or something like that? But anyway, but Polite been scarred since 2000, since I think like early 2014, 15. Hey, the Most High shut that nigga up. He was talking about the black woman's God. Hey, but the black woman got his ass on cases, man. Right? He talking about the black woman's God and shit, that Egyptology bullshit, man. Right? That Egypt shit. You know? That Kemet shit, and they word Kemet comes from the word come, which means what? Which means hot, man. Come, hot. So they don't even know where the word Kemet comes from. Right? All them Kemite niggas and shit, right? They be all about Kemet. Oh, I'm a Kemite. Sorry, brother, y'all talk about that. I'm a Kemite. The word Kem comes from the word come, which means hot, man. Anyway, go ahead.
To burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven.
So these niggas worshiping the Queen of Heaven, man. So go back to show that Jake was doing the same shit from the beginning. Worshiping the Queen of Heaven and shit, man. That's how these niggas do today. You see, like we talk about Diddy, keep talking about Diddy, man, with that woman worship shit. Yeah. So it's going back to, that's why when you read Hosea when it says you shall be not my people, because why Jake was worshiping other idols. So the Lord took Judah, so the Lord took Israel and cast them off. And they also cast off Judah. So when you go to Romans 11 chapter, and when it speaks about those Gentiles, those were Israelite foreigners who lived in Rome, Pontus, Galatia, all the other regions, they were moved after the ways of the heathen. But the most,
go ahead. No, that's like everybody trying to cut you off.
No, you go ahead.
But hey, and let me let you brothers know something too, is that hey, it was at the Church of Corinth, they was facts. Yeah, let's get that fucking shit right, man. Let's get something right. There's being of the Lord that's gonna come out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you gotta be ready, prepared to deal with that. Yeah, spiritually, man. Not like a little child, man. Because there's gonna be men who gonna come out of all walks of life. Okay?
It's 1 Corinthians 6:6. Go ahead. But brother, go to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers.
Right.
Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Right. Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Right. No, nay, ye do wrong and defraud, and that your brother. This is 2 Corinthians 6:6. By pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love.
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's okay. First thing, I was right. Go to 9. No, go to 9. First thing, 6 9.
This is 2 Corinthians 6:9.
No, first Corinthians 6. Slack it. Yeah, my bad.
It's 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
So these Israelites in Corinth, they was being effeminate, right? They was giving the idolatry because why? They was under the Roman, they was following as the Romans do. Right? Go ahead.
Nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Yep.
Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers.
So Jake was given unto wickedness under the Romans. Right? So these were Israelites. These wasn't what you call Edomites, these wasn't Arabics. These were Israelites. Right?
Nor externors.
Yeah, because when it came into really, when you go back to who's we at? We doing with that right there. We still going here, Jeremiah. Go back there. Go back to Jeremiah. And then we'll jump back right to Romans 11. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 44:17. But we will certainly do whatsoever things go forth out of our own mouth.
That's it. So they want to do what they want to do. They didn't want to serve the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
To burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven.
To burn incense to the Queen of Heaven. Go ahead. Which you niggas do not a date. That's why you Jake is the biggest fucking mamas born on planet Earth. Go ahead.
and to pour out drinks offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers,
Yep, go
our
ahead.
kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil.
That's it. So they say, so we've been worshiping women, right? The Queen of Heaven, we've been good, right? This is how, when you go right back to the book of Maccabees, it says that there was some wicked men who gave life to sin. So they said, ever since we departed from the heathen, we had reproach. So they let's make a covenant with the so-called white man. So they do as Esau do, right? So these were Jake's, man. Anyway, go ahead.
But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cake? Did we make her cake to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our faith?
Go ahead.
They went off and
They
they
was out of
own
order.
shit.
They was out of order.
Like nah.
This is how now. Right, go ahead.
Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying,
Hey, Slack. And it go back to, and that's another thing. So-called white man, you were not back in Babylon at that time. Psalms 50 chapter. Psalms 50, and I think it starts about 14 to 13. You were not there. Okay? None of you fucking heathen nations were there in the time of Babylon. The Bible got nothing to do with you. Okay? That was so-called Negroes in the time of Babylon. So-called, that was the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? That captivity had nothing to do with you so-called white, you red fucking devils. Okay? Stop taking the Bible in your mouth, because it wasn't you from the beginning. You wasn't back in the time of Babylon.
Yeah, because Nebuchadnezzar was his Hamite, right? He was Canaanite. He come from out of the line of Ham. Go ahead.
the incense that ye burn in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind, so that the Lord Yahweh could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings.
That's why you go back to Hosea, man. Right? Ye Lord mine and Lord me, thou art not my people. The Most High cast us out. That's why you go back to when it says there's neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither bond nor free. Because when you read Ephesians 2, Yahweh Shai bring us all together in one. That's what we go. That's why we're one people now through Yahweh Shai. But anyway, go ahead. In that point. Go ahead, hit that precept and then go ahead, go back to that.
This is Sirach chapter 18, verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetite.
Yeah.
And another word for appetite it means lust. And this is talking about the women, but lust can be anything really. But this is talking about the women. And if thou giveth thy soul the desires, if thou giveth thy soul the desire that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee. And what is malign thee? Malign means people talking shit about you behind your back. So she's gonna go to the others, and she's gonna go to others, her little friends, people you don't like, you don't know whoever the fuck she's talking to, and she'll be like, oh, this nigga was a sip on me. I broke his heart. I cheated on this nigga, all this other shit, and he came back to me like a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll be like, oh, that nigga weak, you a pussy.
Yeah,
That's what it means, man. That's exactly what they do.
That's what you do. Yep. Anyway, go ahead.
Romans 11 and 13, for I speak to you Gentiles in as
So those
much
Israelites, go ahead.
as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office.
Uh-huh.
If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them.
Go ahead.
For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from death? For in the first fruit be holy, the lump
Now
is
the
also
first fruit,
holy.
like we said again, the first fruit being Abraham. Because see, the first covenant that the Most High gave Abraham was circumcision. Circumcision your son on the 8th day, when he was born. That was the first covenant the Lord made with Abraham, which like I said again, Hebrews Abraham, which means he is exalted. Father exalted. Go ahead.
And if the root be holy, so are
So
the
if the root is holy, because Abraham, Isaac is holy. And where there are branches, go ahead.
And if some of the branches be broken off
So
and
if some
down,
of the branches be broken off, that's when we go right back again. We go right back to when you dealing with Hosea, right? The northern kingdom, they was broken off. Lord, my Lord, me, they was broken off. That's what the Lord said. They are not my people. Let them alone. The Lord told you, let them alone. So the Lord wasn't dealing with the northern kingdom at a certain point in time. At a certain point in time, the Lord stopped dealing with Judah because we was wicked as hell. So the Lord cast us off. Go ahead.
being a wild olive tree.
Now, being a wild olive tree, what is a wild olive tree? Grab me Jeremiah 2 and 20. The wild olive tree. Have you seen you going on Google, you type in a wild olive tree, that motherfucker's everywhere. It grows all different types of ways. And that's Jake. See, Jake is in all different types of ways. It ain't together. It's all sprout out. That's how we are as a people. We're sprout out. Got it? Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands.
Right.
And thou saidest, I will not transgress.
So the most I mean, that's why you got the book of Judges, right? In the book of Judges, like I said again, it's all about the Most High setting up men to deliver Israel from out their captivities. So Jake was like, no, Lord, we're gonna do right. Just how you doing back Joshua, which is how Shai was gonna deliver, right? His own entire lot was to give Israel their part amongst the land, right? And that's why Joshua said, is it if you're gonna serve the Most High this day or choosing his day if you serve the Most High or not? And Jake was like, we're gonna serve him, but Jake ended up breaking that covenant, right? So Jake has always been breaking that covenant, but every time Jake broke the covenant, the Most High set up somebody to deliver him. Go ahead.
But upon every high hill and under every green tree, thou wanderest playing the harlot.
That's it, go playing the harlot. That's why when we went back to Hosea, the first chapter, the Lord told Hosea to do what? To go get thee a wife of whoredoms, right? It represents us because we're in a state of whoredoms, right? Go ahead.
Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed.
Yeah, you right.
Holy a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant?
Now, degenerate plant means because what the word degenerate, grab the word degenerate real quick. But basically means a loss of value. So we lost our value as a nation. We're now on a low level. That's going right back to when you go in Ezekiel the 17th chapter and speak about the low branch. Right, that's talking about us because we became low in stature here in America through us breaking the laws of the Most High. So now we're now no people. We have no name. That's why we're classified as black. Black means nothing. It's void of light. Right? Mexicans, Puerto Rican, they say they speak Spanish, but they was conquered by the Spaniards and the conquistadors. Right? So we have no language, we have no home, we have nothing. So we became a no people. Go ahead. You got that? Yeah. Go ahead. Get
The word degenerate means, it just says degenerate, but I can
No, go just
I'll go to Miriam.
Go to Blue Letter. Go to Blue Letter. Get the word degenerate. No, go to Jeremiah 2. Go to get degenerate Blue Letter. And you go ahead, TP.
You already
Got it. No, on Google. On Google. My bad. That's good. Because somebody Blue Letter will give you the definition.
The word means having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities
That's it.
considered
So
normal
we
and desirable, showing evidence of decline.
That's it. And we lost that, right?
Right? And then it says lacking some property, order, of distinct.
Now order. Now go right back. A wild olive tree is out of order.
A immoral or corrupt person.
That's it. So we became immoral. We became corrupt being here in America. And we came in corrupt as a whole as a people, leaving the laws of our Lord. So now we're scattered all over. We're like a wild olive tree. Right? Go ahead. You got something?
We went to the primitive.
Okay, go ahead.
The root word means to turn aside, depart.
That's it. So that's it. So to turn aside and to depart. So we became degenerates. We chose to go away from the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
Turn aside, turn aside, turn in unto, to depart from way of void, to be removed, to come to an end, to turn aside, to cause to turn aside, cause to depart, remove, take away, put away, depose, to put aside, leave undone, retract, abolish.
That's just what we did. So we retracted from the Most High. That's my brother. I got you. We retracted from the Most High.
We abolished this contract.
And that's it. And we abolished the Lord's contract. We brought the contract. So we brought the contract was the covenant that was given to Moses on a mount of Sinai, and the Lord which is the Lord with the finger, the hand of it, the finger of the Most High was with the chariot beam, and wrote down the 10 commandments, which is 1 and 10. This is the law, and we broke from that, and now we're
means to remove,
Yep.
and then generate means to bring into existence.
That's it. Go ahead. Yeah,
So
that's it.
basically, remove them from existence.
That's it. That's what the Lord did to us. He moves out of our place. Yeah, that good big breakout. He moves out of our place. You know, that's what he did. And look where we are now. We're out of our place. We're out of place. Right? You look at Jake. Jake's all out of order, man. You know, that's that wild olive tree in Romans 11 chapter. Right? So go ahead. On that, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vineyard, a holier, a right seed. How then art thou turned to a degenerate plant
That's it.
of a strange vine unto me?
So we became a strange vine unto the Most High. So we became strangers to the Lord, to the point that the Most High didn't no longer recognize us through our customs, how we work. That's why when you go, I think Galatians 6:16, it said there's an Israel of the Most High. Right? So even though right, this, every Jake is you have so-called Negroes that are Israelites. You see drive by, working these certain jobs, and you see throughout your day, they're Israelites, but they're not Israel at the same time because they're not under the law section of the Most High, and that's what's the problem with the Jews and the Gentiles. That's why you had the high priest. It was like, no, we're not dealing with them. We have no dealings with those that are not here in under the laws of the laws of circumcision because they're not our people no more. But that's why Paul was like, no, we're here for the Gentiles because they are. We have to graft them back in. That's why Yahweh Shai came. Give me a piece of something. That's why Yahweh Shai came in to graft those that were lost back in. Yeah. 2 and 2. You start with. Sorry.
2 and 2.
No, you can start with.
This is verse 1. It's Ephesians 2:1.
Right.
You have the quickened who were dead in trespasses and sin.
That's it. Now he had the quickened who were trespassing, dead in sin. Now those Gentiles also dealing with us too. We all sin, but Yahweh Shai is quickened. Let's go ahead. Who is word? Go ahead.
Wherein in time past he walked according to the course of this world.
That's it. So they walk past to the corner of this world, doing as what the heathen do. Go ahead.
According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Go ahead.
And among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath.
That's it. So by nature, by the children of wrath as others, because what we was doing as others. Right? Go ahead.
But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Yahweh Shai. By grace ye are saved.
That's it. So by grace we're saved. So Yahweh Shai quickened us means we've been gathered back together. That's what we've been reconciled back with the Heavenly Father through his Son. Go ahead.
It hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahweh Shai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace.
And that's the riches. When you go right back to Romans 11 chapter, it's the word, and the riches is what? Yahweh is the blood of Yahweh Shai. Him grafting us back in together with the Most High. That's the riches. Go ahead.
It hath raised us up together and made us sit together.
No, you read it again. Go ahead.
Together in heavenly places in Yahweh Shai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Yahweh Shai.
That's it. Go ahead.
For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High.
Go ahead.
Not of works, lest any man should boast.
Go ahead.
For we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh Shai unto good works, which the Most High hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
That's it. Go ahead.
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles
being
in the
times,
flesh,
see, Gentiles in the flesh.
who
Past
are
times. Go ahead.
who are called uncircumcision
Who
by
called
that
uncircumcision? Go ahead.
by
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Gentiles.
No, we hope you got access to, right?
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Exactly, because it was the Jews that were already in the land, and that's why you had them. That's why you had them other. Peter, exactly. Peter got funny with Paul when he wanted to be around the uncircumcision. He's like, nah, I don't want to bump with them. He got funny
when the
with
Jews walked in. He got funny. Exactly. He got up out the seat. You know, he was like, nah, I ain't fuck with them.
Exactly.
You know, all the other Jews here, you know.
Because they're not circumcised. Because why? It's uncommon for a Jew to deal with what? A non-believer, a non-Jew.
Hey, they over there whispering.
I thought Peter was a Jew. So that's why. So there was a disconnection between the two, between the Jews and the Gentiles. those Gentiles were Israelites who were ignorant to being Israelites. That's all it was. They weren't being circumcised. They weren't keeping the laws. So those Jews set themselves apart, and the Gentiles set themselves apart. That's why Paul came, really Peter came when he dealt with Acts the 10th chapter, dealing with Cornelius, because Cornelius was an Israelite. But Paul came and took it over, he took it over, but Yahweh Shah ultimately made them together as one. And that's what Paul was talking about. That's why these Christians, they don't understand the Bible because they can't get it. They can't see. They see Gentile. Oh, well, it's talking about no, those were Israelites who did not know who the fuck they were. It's just that simple, man. You know, it really ain't hard to explain. But go ahead. When you go into the scriptures and you really, you study the scriptures and you look with a thorough mind, and you with a complete mind, you see, you put the words together, you put the piece together, you say, oh shit, these are Israelites. This ain't talking about all nations, it's talking about one people. Because Moses always been about that one people, you know? It's that they just fell off from their heritage. It's that simple, man. That's why vocab Malone, he can't get it. He can't get it, man. But anyway, go ahead.
That at the time, you were without Yahweh Shah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
That's it. So if you're an alien, that means you're a stranger. They were strangers to it, right? Because this is how at a certain point in time, we were strangers to being Israelites. We ain't know shit about fringes. Right. We ain't know shit about the name of the Lord, right? Because we was Americanized Negroes, right? Doing as American people. Same shit. We were heathens. So that's why when you read the scripture, it says there's an Israel of the Most High, because everyone in the scripture say they that are of Israel are not of Israel. And that's Romans the 7th chapter.
Yeah, I got you right here. Romans 9.
Was it? Yeah, Romans.
I got you right here. I was going to go there because I was like, no, I need to go there. But yeah, this Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of Yahweh have taken none effect, for they are not all of Israel, which are of Israel.
That's it, because it's the Israel of the Most High, right? So they even know you're an Israelite, but you're not Israel because you're not walking in the laws of Israel. You're not being an Israelite. You're being a heathenist Israelite. So therefore, you're not an Israelite. So that's why that's what the Jews were all about. They're like, no, they ain't our people because they're not keeping the laws. So fuck them. They're not our people. That's why they weren't dealing with them. But that's why Paul, like I said again, Paul came and grafted me, which was telling them, hey, no, look, the Messiah also died for you too. Right. You know, Yahweh shall also die for you too. You got to come back to your remembrance and know who the hell you are, right? You got the action scene dealing with Timothy and his father. Sorry, I went again. And read that. It kind of try to kill that whole chapter if you can.
So start at 1 again.
Yeah, go ahead, start at 1 again.
This is Acts chapter 16, verse 1. Then came he to Derbe.
This is Paul. Go ahead.
Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timothy, the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewish, and believed, but his father was a Greek.
Now his father was a Greek. Now does that mean that Timothy's father was straight up Edomite? No, because Timothy's mother was a Jew. She believed in the Lord, but his father didn't. Like we said again, just how early you get with a woman nowadays, you get with a woman, she don't believe what you believe. She believes on Jesus Christ, but she believes whatever the fuck she believes in. But she's not walking in the customs of Israel. Same thing, but it was switched over with Timothy, and Timothy's mother believed, but the father didn't. Right? Go ahead. So Timothy wasn't circumcised. Go ahead.
Which was well reported of by the brethren that were at Lystra and in Chion.
Go ahead.
Him would Paul have to go forth with him and circumcise him.
So Paul circumcised him. Go ahead.
Because of the Jews which were in those quarters, for they knew all that his father was a Greek.
That's it. They knew his father was Greek, meaning that his father was what you call again a Gentile. He wasn't walking in the laws how he should. Go ahead.
And as they went through the cities, they delivered them the decrees for to keep that were ordained of the apostles and elders, which were at Jerusalem. And so were the churches established in the faith and increased in number daily.
Right.
Now when they had gone throughout Purgai and the region of Galatia, and were forbidden of the Holy Spirit of the Kakardash to preach the word in Asia. After they were come to Beasai, they say assigned to go into Bithynia, but the Spirit suffered them not, and they passing by Beasai came down to Troas, and a vision appeared to Paul in the night. There stood a man of Macedonia and prayed him, saying, "Come over into Macedonia and help us." And after that, and after he had seen the vision, immediately we devoured to go into Macedonia, certainly gathering that the Lord had called us for to preach the gospel unto them.
Now go to 15. Go to 15. Go to 15.
Acts 16 and 15.
No, 15. Chapter 15. Acts chapter 15.
Acts chapter 15, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And certain men which came down from Judah taught the brethren and said, Expect ye be circumcised after the manner, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Go ahead.
When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and distribution with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain others of them should go up to Jerusalem unto the apostles and elders about this question.
Go ahead.
And
So basically, it was an argument about that. So if you don't get circumcised, you're not going to be saved, which isn't true, right? Because really, it wasn't circumcision of flesh; it was circumcision of spirit. That's what the whole thing was about. Because to accept Yahweh Shai. That's why when you read Acts 17 chapter, you read about Stephen. When Stephen told the high priest, said, "Ye are uncircumcised in what? In mind." He said, "They are uncircumcised in mind," and they stoned him because they didn't receive Yahweh Shai. The ultimate circumcision was to receive Yahweh Shai, right? But go ahead.
And being brought on their way by the church, they passed through Phoenicia and Samaria, declaring the conversation of the Gentiles. And they caused great joy unto all the brethren. And when they were come to Jerusalem, they were received of the church and of the apostles and elders, and they declared all things that the Most High had done with them. But there rose up certain of the sect of the Pharisees which believed.
No, it's nothing too. Now there's certain. Now you have Sadducees and Pharisees that believe. See, nothing too. Like a lot of brothers speak that they say that all said no. There was some Sadducees and Pharisees that were righteous, right? Nicodemus was one of them. When you read that in St. John the 3rd chapter, he said that we know that thou art he that sent from heaven, right? So go ahead.
But there rose up certain of the sect of the Pharisees which believed, saying that it was needful to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses.
Because why? They were Jews. So that's the whole point. The whole point of it is that these were Israelites, right? Go ahead. So they were saying, look, well, if they're going to be part of us, they got to keep the laws as we do. They got to be circumcised as we do, right? Go ahead.
And the apostle and elders came together for to consider of this matter.
Go ahead.
And when there had been much disreputing, Peter rose up and
so
said,
they were going back and forth in the scriptures. They was debating. They was coursing back and forth. Go ahead.
And said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago the Most High made choice among us that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the Rakakadash and believe. And Yahweh, which knoweth the heart, bear them witness, giving them the Rakakadash, even as he did unto us.
That's it. So they got the Holy Spirit as well too. Because why? Going right back to that Ephesians 2nd chapter. Yahweh Shai grafted us all in as one. See, Yahweh Shai didn't only die for the Jews, but also the Greeks and also the Gentiles. And those are Israelites. Go ahead.
And put no difference between us and them.
That's it. So there's no difference between us and them. Go ahead.
Purifying their hearts by faith.
By faith. And that's when you go back to Ephesians, through grace, we are saved and through faith. That's how we're saved, man. And going right back to that time again, that same exact thing that Yahweh Shai died for, him giving himself up for a sacrifice, for us, it was for grace and for faith. That's why we're going to, how we're going to receive the kingdom of heaven is through what? It's through grace that Yahweh Shai gave us, and through our faith that we have in Yahweh Shai, we're going to receive salvation. All right? It ain't about only works, but it's about the grace and about the faith, man. Go ahead.
Hey, right quick, I'm just going this about Paul and the Pharisees. This is Acts 23rd, and I'm going to start at 5. And said Paul, I wish not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. But when Paul perceived that the one part were Sadducees and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee.
Yeah, because Paul was a Pharisee. It's going to tell you.
Of the hope of the resurrection of the dead, I am called in question. Okay?
Because see, the Pharisees, they believed in what you call angels. But the Sadducees, they didn't believe in that. That was in between. So go ahead.
And when he had so said, there arose a decision between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angels, nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. And there arose a great cry, and the scribes that were of the Pharisees' part arose and strove, saying, we find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against Yahweh.
That's it. So they believe different things, right? Go ahead.
Just want to be the proper.
Yeah.
This is
Said some believe and some do.
Yeah, so some are righteous and some are wicked, man. Same thing now that they do. It's the same thing.
That's what he said. Hey, look, we ain't fighting against the Lord.
And that's
he
why
said he's seen angels. It is what it is.
And that's why the book of Acts is being played over again, once again, in this time. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 15, verse 10. Now therefore, why tempt ye Yahweh to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear? But we believe that through the grace of Yahweh Shah, the Mashiach, we shall be saved even as they.
That's it. Even as they. So it's the grace of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
Then all the multitudes kept silence and gave audience to Barnabas. And Paul declared what miracles and wonders Yahweh Shah had wrought among the Gentiles by them. And after they had held their peace, James answered and saying, men and brethren, hearken unto me. Simon had declared how the Most High had the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. And to this agree the words of the prophet as it is written. After this I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David.
Amos 9 and 11, I believe. Right? We're going to build the tabernacle of David, which happened in this time. All right, go ahead.
And after this I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down. And I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up. That the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, said Yahweh Shah, who doeth all these things, know unto the Most High are all his works from the beginning of the world. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to Yahweh Shah.
That's it. Go right back to go back to precept. See, this is why you gotta go precept upon precept. Because they turn back, because why? They will do wickedness. Right? Go ahead.
Ephesians 2 and 12, that at the time ye were without Yahweh Shah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenant of promise.
That's it, the covenant of promise. That's it,
and without the Most High in the world.
Go ahead.
But now in Yahweh Shah, ye who sometimes were far off, made nigh by the blood of Yahweh Shah. He is our peace.
So he's our peace. So we've been putting our joint back in together. Go ahead.
Who hath made both one and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
That's it. And that was that wall between us and the Most High, because like right back to Hosea, the Lord cast us out. So, but now Yahweh Shai came and built that bridge back again. So now we're all one people once again through all of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Having abolished in the flesh of the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinance, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace, that he might reconquer both unto the Most High in one body.
That's it. That both talking about who? Judah and Ephraim, right? So we're all basically the Jews and the Gentiles. They're all back as one. We back reconciled because, like I said again, going back, we still Northern Kingdom. They was already gone, right? So they was already pushed out here in Azareth, which is the other name here in the Americas. They weren't even in the land. They didn't even see the Messiah. They wouldn't even when the house had on the scene. They were always gone, man. So they had to somebody had to die for them too. That's why Yahweh Shai came in, and then now we all been, like I said again, grafted back in. Go ahead. So
having slain
so this Bible ain't about all fucking people, man. Right.
Having slain the enmity thereby.
Don't keep on.
And came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and
That's
to
it.
them
So
that
which
were
were
not.
far off and that were not. The ones that were not were the Jews that were left here and that was left up over there in Israel. And the ones that were far off was ones that were scattered amongst the world. Okay, that was found in every other nation, every other country. If you go to Isaiah 11:11, it says that the ones that were scattered as people all throughout Egypt, Pathros, who were scattered all over the world. Go ahead. And now it's a curse, but that will be a sign so we can know who we are. Go ahead.
For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High.
So we're no, and then we were strangers, so now we're no more strangers. So there is no more, that's why when people don't understand Paul, they don't get it, man. That's why when you read Peter, it says some of them that are unlearned wrestle, not understanding because Paul had hard sayings, man. You got it?
Whenever you get, no.
Yeah,
Which one?
No, you can, no.
Which one we get?
No, I ain't. Go ahead.
Whenever you get done.
Okay.
And are built upon the foundations of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Shai himself being the chief cornerstone,
Yes.
in whom all the building, filthy, framed together, grow unto an holy temple of the Lord, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of the Most High through the Spirit.
That's it. That's what I want. So basically going on things, so this whole Bible, we all know, it's only for the Israelites. But to give them more in-depth, what you call picture, because see, these Jews, these Christians, they don't read the scriptures, man. Right? They wrestle with the scriptures. They don't understand what this means. They can't get it. Well, how the hell then what is Greek then? What is Gentile then? What is this? Those are Israelites, man. Because even going right back to the Greeks. You read fucking Maccabees. Read first Maccabees, read second Maccabees, and it explains to you that these were Jews that were given license to sin, to do after the heathen. So at the periods of point in time, they went into these customs. And that's why there was no sacrifice given for them. No one was on their behalf giving them sacrifice for their sins. But even though they were of the lump of Abraham, they were of the lump, but they weren't receiving that sacrifice. That's why Yahweh Shai came. That's why Yahweh Shai said he died for what? The world. Who's his world? The world of Israel. It's just that simple. John 16 is talking about Israel. They ain't talking about the fucking whole entire planet Earth. When you get all people, no, it's talking about his people, his world. Isaiah 45:17. Israel is a world without end. Right? So that's the Most High's world. It ain't all the nations, man. That shit don't make no damn sense. That's what, go ahead.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 16. I'm going to start up at 15. And an account that the long suffering of our Lord Yahushua is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him, hath written unto you, as also in all his apostles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood.
That's it. So some things hard to understood. Like I said again, sometimes you read the book of Hebrews, you be like, shit, what the fuck? Sometimes you read the scriptures. I do it. I think I don't preach a damn sermon passage for a whole fucking 3 hours. I mean, what the hell? And then it click the spirit. Oh shit, that mean that. Because sometimes the scriptures is hard to understand. Man, what the hell is that talking about? But through the spirit and the something to you will get it. Eventually, the most I did them, you will understand. Oh, okay, that's talking about this. Or you watch a video, you look it up. What the hell is this talking about? You know? Even that happens to us sometimes, man. Go ahead. Shit.
Which they that are unlearned and unstable rest as they do also the other scriptures.
So basically, when they read them, they can't see it. They fucking it up. They breaking it down. That's why Christianity is so flawed, because see, they put everybody in the Bible, but it's only from one group of people, and we just went through it. So they wrestle with the scriptures, right? They say, well, this is meaning this. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. Well, how does this mean that? But then this over here says this. It's all saying the same thing. You just gotta be able to what you call extrapolate, which take the spiritual meaning of the scriptures and take it and understand it. You gotta extrapolate. You know? Go ahead.
That word rest be twisted or turned.
That's what they do. They twist it. Even like these new covenant niggas, right? Not to talk about them.
No,
but these new covenant niggas, right? They twisted and turned scriptures.
They don't understand.
They can't even get Hebrews 8, Hebrews 9, Hebrews 7. So to understand, and then we just read in Galatians that we're under grace and faith, right? The new covenant comes when Yahweh Shah returns. These niggas can't understand that. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many people wrestle with these scriptures back and forth because it is hard to get, man. This Bible ain't easy, you know? It ain't easy. I'm not gonna, this is the hardest book to fucking read.
Yeah, I got you right here. Right.
Unto their own destruction.
And unto their own destruction. You know, so by them touching the scriptures and flipping them and making it sound their own way, they want to make it sound the most concerning for that. You know? That's
you
you
can't
twisting.
die.
Yeah, you can't die. You twisting the most High's words, right? Right? That's better.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 10. This 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 8. For though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Lord Yahweh Shai have given us for edification, and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed, that I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters. For his letters say they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible.
Some of Paul, go ahead. And some of Paul talking about himself.
That's
right?
it.
His letters are powerful. His epistles, man. Like, damn, man, that brother,
heavy.
That brother going to it, right? Because Paul was, you know, Paul's a bad boy. Paul, you know, he was put together, he was complete. Right? But in the spirit, he's like, damn.
And he was trained under Gamaliel.
Yeah,
so he had both sides. He was a Pharisee, so he knew, he understood. And then once he got the resurrection, once he got the spirit, once the Rakakwadash, once Yahweh Shah put that Rakakwadash on him, that was it, man. He became super complete, right? And then he became so complete that he was able to go to the head, which is Peter, right? And tell Peter face to face, hey, you wrong. Because they Israelites too. And I'm gonna get that too. That's Galatians 2nd chapter. All right.
Why wasn't it
Hold on. We'll do questions out. We'll talk out. We'll do questions out.
Yeah, brother has something.
You got something?
Here I have something. I got this 1 Corinthians 1 verse 13, because you know brothers going into a lot of times they Christians, they wrestle with the scriptures. So I got this 1 Corinthians 1 verse 13. Is Hamashiach divided?
There you go. It's Yahweh divided. That's it. He ain't. You know? Go ahead.
Was Paul crucified for you?
That's it.
Or were you baptized in the name of Paul?
Exactly.
So you know, so they'll run to you know passages that you know Greek.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
At the end of the day, what the brother's going into.
It ain't no different. That's the scripture. It's all the same. It's all the same, man. That's because they just can't get it. You know, they can't get it. You know, that's why you got Faithful to the Devil. The dude, Faithful, his name is Faithful to God on YouTube. And I sometimes watch this bullshit. He's like, that's why I call him Faithful to the Devil, man. He off, man. You know, I think he was one of part of IUIC, so shit, the nigga bugged out. So he's a big ass scoffer. Now he believe in Christianity and shit. You know what I'm saying? You an Israelite. Now you believe you're Israelite. Now you believe in Christianity again. Man, you're dead twice, man. You're dead twice. So what the fuck wrong with these niggas, man? You know? Faithful to the Devil, man. That's why I call him Faithful to the Devil.
Right here. Hey, all right. Verse 11. Back to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 11. Let such a one think this, that such as we are inward by letters when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are present.
Yes, so basically Paul is saying that what I speak about, that's what I am. It's in the for us too. We do, we are. We don't do this on a Saturday. We do this every day. We're Israelites all the time. Right now we gotta go incognito. We don't go to much like that, no bullshit. But it really,
But
we
you
know
don't
what's
go
going
out
on.
eating fucking pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster.
Exactly.
Right? We don't go outside doing adultery.
Yeah.
We ain't going to run out to clubs
Yeah.
and fuck with all these women, bitches. We ain't going in the way of the world, man. You know, we go to work and go home.
That's it.
You know,
And
you
we-
work,
and
you
we-
go
and
work,
we
go
study.
home, you get in the scriptures,
Study.
right? You might do a video, do a couple videos, do it, you know, you go get in the, we do the work of the Lord.
Exactly.
You know, we men of the Lord.
Yeah, we see what you get.
You know, you got your time, you might do your little, you know, you might play a little video game or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you got to have it's a balance. But you're not running out the way. We don't come out here to Nashville and go up and down, what's that? Broadway.
Yeah. get
right? You ain't gonna catch us out.
And get on the goddamn bus.
Right,
And
yo.
up there,
Woo!
up there.
Right, you ain't gonna see. Right, we out here Israelite on Saturday. We out here chilling. We doing it. But yeah, you gonna catch us on Sunday or Friday. We down here fucking Nashville on the fucking buses with these fucking heathens, these devils, having a good ass time. No, we living. We living, eating, and breathing.
Yeah, it's not coming.
Right.
People do the hang with the Gentiles.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
And that's why we don't hang with niggas though.
We don't fuck. We don't know, man. Nah, man, we ain't got time for that bullshit.
To be honest, we try to not to stand out, but we stand out anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we just do, but
Spirit.
Hey, be ye not unequally yoked with non-believers. And that's what that go into, right? Not being yoked up with people that don't believe in what you believe in. You already got to deal with it when you go out to the fucking slave patrol, when you go out to the slave plantations. You got to be amongst the fucking devils, amongst the fucking heathens, right? So when we come on, we talk down about this place, man. We don't come back out here to Nashville, man, until we come and condemn this motherfucker, man. So what the fuck we look like coming out here having a fucking good ass time playing fucking what's that, cornhole? What the fuck I look like coming out to Nashville after camp or during camp and I'm playing fucking cornhole? I'm condemning this motherfucker, man.
Even Paul say, man, they go home.
I'm wrapping up. I'm gone, man. I'm not coming out here I'm not coming out here to go out here and try to get some bitches.
No.
Fuck that shit, man. This shit is polluted anyway. It ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking filth out this bitch, man. What the fuck I want to be down here for dealing amongst the fucking heathen, but yet I'm gonna call them a fucking devil in their fucking face, right? I'm gonna tell them, you saw all you fucking devils. When they come driving down the fucking road in them fucking trucks, look at them fucking devils. Call on Yabashima Shah, put death on you motherfuckers. Death to you fucking faggot bus. But yet I'm out here on the bus with the bitches doing the same shit on Friday. But Saturday I'm coming out here teaching the word. I'm a fucking hypocrite.
That's why y'all say you hypocrite.
Hey, you gotta eat these scriptures, man. Hey, eat this road, man. You gotta eat the whole road. Eat it all, man. And when you eat it, man, you gotta live it. You gotta live and breathe it. Okay? You know, fake ass Israelite coming out here, all high and mighty, and then you look up, you on a fucking what's that one bus? The redneck bus. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, like, what the fuck? Hey, that's Ock from YSO. Hey, that's the YSO. Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Now, you might catch me come out here. I might go to if I'm out here, I might go get something to eat. Well, hell, I'm hungry. Fuck, I'm famished. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little hungry. Hey, use wisdom, right? Through all things, we gonna use wisdom. I'm out here on the job. I'm hungry. Okay. But now you ain't gonna catch me on the fucking Nashville track.
Get loud.
You know, I flew up there with them, with Esau and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then we out here on Saturday or Sunday, we out here trying to clown. They gonna be like, hey, I know you. Hey, remember you was on the bus with us stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Right,
Hey, don't tell me. Hey, you been found out, bro.
Right, yeah, what kind of shit is that, bro? Hey, you ain't gonna know me, you don't see me. You see me when I come condemn this bitch, man. You know? Hey, Sloppy.
No,
for the red.
No, that's what we're
Right. Big booty bitch. Like, remember you was all up on my butt?
Like, damn, brother, how you be like,
damn. All right, back to the scripture. No talk. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 11. Verse 12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, brothers, but I'm on the elect. You see, like we seen a war, right? 60 years, that brother gone. He's bugged out. So that's why, like I said again, you gotta be more concerned doing the work and then concerned about if you're the elect or not. I'm more concerned about just doing the work, teaching the word. If I'm on the elect, I'm on the elect, because I can't make myself on the elect. You can't work to be the elect, you gotta just be that.
Hey, the scripture said not by thy works.
It's not by
Don't boast by your works, because it's not just your
grace.
works.
It's through grace.
Right.
So you gotta be
right. But it's through grace, which is right, because that's through Yahweh Shah. But it first was from Abraham to Yahweh. It was the promise. So he already promised from the beginning. That's why the Lord told Jeremiah, from the belly I have known thee. So you've been the elect. If you the elect, you're the elect from day fucking one. And you're going to be the elect now again. So it's 144,000 of you brothers that are of the elect. And I said you brothers because I don't know if I am. So I'm not about to say, because hell, we don't know. But we fighting to be.
Because most
right?
brothers the fuck out.
Right, we striving to be. So you can see many men in Israel that swear that they.
Because one of Hypersonia's one of Hypersonia's favorite best quotes is if you ever see what's going on, don't follow, but teach you how to shine.
And what Elder Abba Bibba said, right? And all men, they're the little right, and all good men, they're little, and all righteous men, they're a little wickedness. And all wicked men, there's a little righteousness in them, man. So you don't never know which man you are. You don't know when you out here on Saturday, it's just your day to be righteous. But then when you go home, you doing a bunch of wicked shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, and you could be a righteous man and you fuck up and make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And you don't condemn yourself. You know, that's why now that goes back to grace. Right? Because at first, when you go back to Luke, it tell you that it was of the promise, man. Right? It was the promise before everything else came to play. Okay? So it was already promised to Abraham. He already gave it to his seed. It was already given. Okay? So whoever is going to be of the elect, man, we going to be it. So right now, let's get that crown, Revelation 3 and 11. We fight for that crown. Now it's the fight to try to be sure that we of that number, because we don't know. Okay?
So say we need to call a few are chosen.
Exalt not thyself, man, above your measure.
That's it. So we're not going to know until, we ain't going to know who's right until the Lord takes us out of here. You know? So that's why Paul said, I did not make myself amongst the number, because shit, Paul didn't even know.
Yeah.
Because the thing about Paul knew the shit when he was called Saul. And see, he was like, shit, man, man, Lord, now. You know, but Paul I was doing the work of the Lord.
And he killed Israelites.
He killed Israelites.
So think about that. And yeah, here Paul was a mighty man of Yahweh Shem. I'm gonna get that in a second. Shit, what is that at? It's in Galatians 2nd chapter. Okay? Galatians 2nd chapter, he's a mighty man of the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, he still killed Israelites. He put them to death. Okay? Hey, he put Stephen to death. He got him stoned to death.
He was there with Stephen stoned. Yep.
Right. So that go to tell you, so now, hey, that's like, damn, he was still an Israelite? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard to be able to breathe in. Like, damn, Lord, he killed our people. And yet he still became a mighty man of the Lord. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I love that that passage, you know, because Paul was there. Because you know at the end of that, when Stephen was giving his speech, he said, lay not that sin upon them. Because guess what? Paul was there. He was actually there in the midst of it. So he was exactly, because through the Spirit, it's going to be a mighty man of the Lord. See, lay not that sin upon them. And Paul was there at that point.
At that point. That's right. That's it.
I had something to back you up, because you speaking about on the elect, basically before the foundation of the earth. So Ecclesiastes or Sirach 27 verse 9, the birds will resort unto their light, so will truth return unto them that practice in her.
That's it. It's always gonna come back. So that you always gonna come back to who you are, right? The truth and righteousness of Yahweh Shema Shah. If that's who you were from the very, I don't give a fuck what you been on this life, right? I don't give a fuck what mistakes you made in this world, right? The most mightiest and high righteous Israelites amongst our people will not be saved, and it's gonna blow our fucking mind. We gonna be like, damn, he ain't out of number, and you gonna see one of the most lowliest dudes who done had all kind of issues and problems, but they fought and strived, and Lord, he's an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the nation gonna say, oh, that's the Israelites. But we gonna be saying it within ourselves when we see, Kolo Yahweh Shem outside Yahweh Rakazad, and I'm of that number. But if we are of that number, when we go get on the chain, we gonna see brothers and go like, damn, man, that brother been, oh, I remember that brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like, you know, like, oh, that brother went through it, man.
Malak was like that.
Man, that brother mind was blown, bro.
Malak was like that,
But I remember how to call Yahweh by Shimmy out of shot. But hey, that's how it is, man. You know, brother mind just be gone, bro. Don't forget about legions, man.
Malak had that issue.
Hey, don't forget about legions, bro. Legions, man. The Lord took them legions of demons, man. Out of that, man, he walked from that day forward. He walked on for the Lord Yahweh. The man couldn't speak a day in his fucking life. His mama and father was like, what? Who are you? What is this? They couldn't believe it. He was cutting himself and shit. They had to chain this man up all the time. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck? You know? So it's gonna be men from everywhere. So, hey man, so fret not, man, because if you are meant, hey, it's already been written, man.
That's why you don't worry.
You don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about trying to be the head of your camp. It ain't about that, bro. It ain't about being the head. It ain't about being so exalted and high and mighty. It ain't about being a certain name of a certain group or any group. It's about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because every man already got his order in place, bro. It's already been done, bro. Yeah, there ain't no way out of that. The table already been set, man. And the brother's seat is already, that brother's name is already sitting there. It's already been reserved because that man gonna come back every time. Okay? A man of the Lord, he gonna, just like the brother read in the scriptures, man, that spirit gonna come every time, man. You're not gonna stop, right? And it's locking for the ring.
No, this is Sirach chapter 14. Sirach 14:2. Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him. And the conscience speak about your mind. So blessed is he whose conscience not condemned him. So I'm gonna keep going. And who has not fallen from his hope in the Lord. So there you go. So if you do not let your mind fuck you up with this truth, if you do not let your lust, whatever the hell that's going on in your head, if you do not let that shit fuck you up in the Lord, hey, then what? Since you got the grace of the Most High, you come back to the Lord. You're fine, man. You're good. Just I'm rereading. Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope.
And when that conscience condemn you, man, when your mind, man, your heart, man.
It's like when you read about Job. The scripture says you have heard the peace of Job. When you read Job, was that chapter 22. And the Most High gave Job way more than when he took from him. Right? Because see, Job had to go through that hard shit, he got boils on, he got sick, his friends cast him, all his children died. But he kept his faith in the Lord. No, he even said, though the Lord slay me, I will always serve you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with us. Job didn't let his conscience condemn him. He stayed with the Lord no matter what. Same thing, you know?
Yeah. So you keep pushing, man. So no matter what you did, no matter what did Satan tell you all kind of shit in your mind, man? Bro, I go through it too, bro. Hey, the scripture say, know that your brother has been through the same affliction as thee, suffered the same afflictions as thee in the world.
Yeah, 1 Peter 5. Yep.
Okay? Know that the afflictions that you suffered, another brother is suffering or done suffered, man. Just like the brother, what was it, from Tampa that passed from cancer.
Pops of Babylon,
Yeah. So, hey, man, you don't, so, you know what I'm saying? Hey, brothers suffering in all kind of ways, man.
Yeah, peace to that brother, too.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, man, and call on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that was an elect brother, man. Because he died in the faith. Hey, he's more better off than us. The man left this motherfucker without even have to worry about the chip. He didn't get the chip. He said he wasn't gonna get it. He didn't take it. He back in the spirit world, man. That was that man's lot. His time was it. His time was done. So y'all, you brothers say you can't die in this truth. Stop lying. Stop lying to the people, man. Stop lying to your brethren. You can die in this, man. We die here. This flesh, bro. When Yahushua did the video the other day, when Yahushua come back, we gonna all die. You gotta understand this. You gotta be spiritual. Be spiritual, You gotta know you gonna die in this flesh. This flesh gonna die, bro. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven, bro. So when you come, we all this shit gonna die off. So every elect gonna die on this earth. Cause when Yahushua come, he gonna strip it off of us, man. Shit, be spiritual about all things, bro.
Yeah, gotta be spiritual. And so, Jake ain't spiritual, man.
Come.
Jake gotta be on what you call on a spiritual level. They gotta be able to see things on a spiritual sense. You're not carnal-minded because the scripture says being carnal-minded is death. But spiritual-minded is peace and life. You know? Got that? No, it's spirit. That's how spirit goes. It goes from one place to the next.
The thing jump, man, get hot. Hey, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number, or compare ourselves with some that command themselves, but they measure themselves by themselves.
That's it. So we're not boasting of ourselves. Oh, I know this. Man. Oh, I'm this. I've been in this. Because at the end of the day, it's all through the grace of Yahushua that you've been in the truth as long as you've been in. Or as you able to do, that's how Paul said, I'm an apostle of Yahushua. Because Yahushua gave him, everybody has their own ability to prophesy. Some brothers are more what you can speak better than others. Some brothers, scripture man, break down. Some brothers go to Hebrew. some brothers is, you know, everybody has their own gift in this thing. You gotta find your gift, and you have to know your specialty in your Yahweh Shah. You know, everybody has their own specialty. But you got some brothers, they want to be like certain people. I want to be just like this guy, you know, and try and mimic everything
Try to
he do.
emulate it, mimic
And that's not the spirit. You gotta have your own thing. You gotta have your own flavor, man. You know.
Hey, the elect are original.
Yeah.
Right. You got to remember that. Right. The elect will be an original. You'll have your own way of bringing it out, own way of doing your thing.
Some brothers, some brothers good with the history.
Yeah.
But brothers can just kick about the history, about about the talk, going to the Greeks and all that. Can kill the history, man.
Yeah,
some brothers can break down the scriptures, go in these 17, 18, you know, remember scriptures, bring them out right. You know, some brothers are good with the Hebrew, you know, can pick up on it real quick. That's your gift. So you find your gift and what you do, you polish that shit and you make it the best you can. Go right back to the talents. And then you might have one talent, you might just be able to just read. But you can put that talent into knowing scriptures, knowing precepts, you can put that knowing you so you can add to your talent.
Hey, read hard as you can read.
Exactly.
Hey, you know,
you can add
you be the best reader you can be.
Exactly. That's what y'all was trying to say. Go right back into the talents. Everybody and the talents gonna go back to measures of faith as well too. Because every man has their own measure of faith.
And and that's another thing being said, is that just because a brother is reading right here now today, that brother could be over you in the kingdom. A brother could be reading for you now today on this side, and then when you get to the kingdom, hey, that brother is 140,000, and you 141,000, man. Okay, and that brother could got a seat, a chair above you, man. Y'all could have been in a room, and the angels said, "Okay, here, you, but wait, you first. Okay, you, now you." You know, you like, oh, okay. Hey, you better say, "Why do y'all Bashim shot it? I made it." Because that's the whole point. Because we're going to be exalted. It's going to be exalted by the angels, by Yahweh Shai, by the Lord Yahweh. Ultimately, Yahweh going to send it down. Because everything is given from the Heavenly Father down to the Son and passed on down. Okay? No, I'm saying like this. Back to the scriptures. You have something? Back to the scriptures. This, back to 2 Corinthians 10 and 12. I think I read that one. 10 and 13. But we will not boast of things without our measure, but according to the measure of the rule which Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, have distributed to us.
That's it. So if you're going to boast of the things that the Most High gave to you, you know, go ahead.
A measure to reach even unto you.
Exactly. Go ahead.
For we stretch not ourselves beyond our measure. As we ain't trying to be the apostles, right? Hey, you don't see us coming in with no new breakdowns.
No.
Okay, now you stretching yourself above a measure that's above yourself. Now you would in the military they say, hey, you above your pay grade. You know, we don't go above our pay grade. You know, Salaki. But we will not boast of things without our measure, but according to the measure of the rule which Yahweh have, Bashim Yahushai, have distributed to us, a measure to reach even unto you. For we stretch not ourselves beyond our measure, as though we reached not unto you, for we are come as far as to you also in preaching the gospel of Hamashiach.
No, you got it, go ahead.
Oh, no,
that was it?
Yeah, that was
okay.
It.
But yeah, so we basically, you go as far as the Most High want you to go. You know, and we, like I said again, we don't boast ourselves amongst higher than what we already are, man. You know, another thing to that, basically being humble. That's why you gotta be in a humble like spirit, man.
That's right.
You know, you gotta stay down to earth. You know, because scripture say knowledge puffeth up. You know, you gotta stay down. So, man. Yeah, but so right down. Oh, I don't think 6. Yeah, you're pretty.
Verse 18, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou would say, then the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in.
Yes, so the branches broken off, but remember those were with the northern tribes. Go ahead.
Lo, because of unbelief, they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear.
So be not high-minded, but fear. All right, go ahead.
For if the Most High spare not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare
So
not
who
thee.
did spare the natural branches? Which is what? Judah. Go ahead.
Behold, therefore, the goodness and servitude of the Most High on them which fell servitude, but toward the goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in, for the Most High is able to graft them in again.
That's it. That's those Gentiles. Right, go ahead. Those just like foreigners. Go ahead.
For if thou were cut off of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and wert grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree? For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceit, that blindness in part is happiness to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles become in. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Sion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Bro. Hey, Solomon, what's going on? Go ahead. Go ahead.
But this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes, but as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake.
That's it. The election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. Go ahead. No, Spirit, go ahead. Go ahead.
As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes, but as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sakes. For the gifts and calling of the Most High are without repentance. For as ye in times past have not believed the Most High, yet have now obtained mercy through their unbelief.
That's sweet something through their unbelief. Go ahead.
Even so have these also not believed, that through your mercy they also may obtain mercy. For the Most High hath concluded them all in unbelief, that ye might have mercy upon all. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, or who hath been his
known the mind of the Lord, knows counsel? Go ahead.
Or who hath first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again. For of him, and through him, and to him are all things, to him be glory forever.
Go ahead.
That's it.
No, go keep on.
Verse 12.
No, all Israel shall be saved.
No, I already got past this.
Okay, come. No, no, I told myself. But anyway, but that was spirit. But anyway, go ahead. So, who's we got?
We got done with.
No, I'm fucking. Who's we got? Go grab me. So who's that?
All Israel shall be
Yeah,
saved.
I went over that part. It's like I went over that. That was script. Go ahead, hit it. Go ahead. Go ahead, hit it.
This is Romans 11:26. And so all Israel shall be saved.
And yes, go ahead.
As it is written,
Go ahead.
there shall come out of the Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Go ahead.
For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sake, but as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. For the gifts and calling of the Most High are without repentance. For as ye in times past have not believed the Most High, yet have now obtained mercy through their unbelief. Even so have these also not believed, that through your mercy they also may obtain mercy. For the Most High hath concluded them all in unbelief, that he might have mercy upon all.
That's Israelites. Those are Israelites, and the Most High will have mercy on us. Go ahead.
Oh, the depth of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High.
That's being the wisdom of the Most High, and being the grace and the Most High. Go ahead.
How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out.
That's it. Past finding out. Right. Go ahead.
For who hath known the mind of the Lord, or who hath been his counsel?
Go ahead.
Or who hath first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him? For of him, and through him, and to him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Amen.
That's it. Okay, that's it, man. So like I said, so with that was edifying, we'll face the east. We'll give all praise to Abba.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
Hey, that brings me to the apostles, and that was a great millstone with that. Hey, shalom.
Shalom, at the bottom of the ball.